back. Like we never left. What you got in the background? Is that G4?
This is the Anime Awards.
They have those?
Yes, there is the Anime Awards.
Is it in Japanese or in English?
I don't know. It's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll doing it?
Yeah.
Crunchyroll has blown up.
Yeah,
They've been going crazy.
It has.
All right, so we recording for real now. And can you start? I'm gonna start the iPhone, right?
Okay, so I guess you do introductions. You do all that.
We can, let's do some intros. What's going on? Welcome to the Quantum Degenerates. That's gonna be difficult, but we're gonna power through. Quantum Degenerates Twitch channel. We're gonna power through. I'm Aquil. Galaxy Plays on Instagram, Galaxy Panda, other places. I don't know where yet. I haven't changed that name enough places yet. But and this is my man.
Yeah, I'm Thomas. I Tdisconnected, disconnected on whatever. I don't know.
I love it.
But yeah, I'm always disconnected. So,
and and we have moral support in the corner. She's gonna be chiming in.
Yeah.
Do you want to say
Cosmic Butterfly? Don't forget the 2.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
And this is us. What's up? So we was in the middle of talking about the Chaz. You didn't hear about that at all?
No. So let's start over. Where does this Chaz stuff come from?
Okay, so this is in Seattle. I think 2020. I think right after it was like 6 months in. I want to say June.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that. Don't fact check me on that. I want to say June. So a bunch of people just took over. I think it was like 5 city blocks.
Okay.
And they wouldn't let police in. It was lawlessness and absolute chaos for.
Wow.
I think it was maybe like a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Like people were getting shot and the police were trying to come. Ambulance were coming in. They literally weren't let. They were armed in Seattle.
So it's like you never left Baltimore.
Except it was crazy because niggas they never take over a city block, a single one.
I mean, there was the whole riots.
There was those. Those were crazy. But you were here for that. What was that like?
I mean, let me see. I was going to school, UMBC, so I was at.
You were still at UMBC during
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was all happening during that time.
Yeah.
And up near Baltimore, so I just remember being stuck in traffic. Because the police cars were, all driving.
Oh, to the city. Damn.
Yeah, they had, the National Guard. It was, a lot. They, blocked off, whole lanes just so the police could get up there.
That's crazy. It was and before 2020, we hadn't lived through anything like that for real. Not.
I mean, they had the stuff in the 90s, that whole.
We wasn't there for that.
Yeah. We weren't.
we
were there as babies.
Yeah. But so that's crazy.
Yeah, get rid of the black president and all hell breaks loose.
Look at that craziness.
Yeah.
Obama really was great for this country for a minute.
Yeah,
and so he was holding this shit together for a quick second.
Mm-hmm. So real talk, have you been watching any new anime? Here I'm a big anime fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gamer. You're more of the gamer.
I used to be. I try to be still. What you?
Okay. So game development. I know you
okay, let's
to work.
Yeah. I'm in that. I love that. We could talk about that in a minute. You said we just actually. She was doing my hair. I got the fresh braids going on. Thanks to moral support over here.
Yeah.
We was just watching Spy X Family.
Oh yeah, that's such a good show.
It's a really funny show, and since we are, I thought it was similar to how we met, because they also have a daughter, and I think it's great. We're I think 3 episodes in.
Yeah,
I love it. It's actually hilarious. I've been seeing the hype, and I was like, how can this be that funny? I didn't know about. Is it a spoiler alert to say some stuff about the characters?
I mean, we're 20 episodes, over 20 episodes in now. If you haven't seen it, then
the internet did a really good job not throwing out that the little girl was telepathic.
Yeah,
and that makes everything. That puts everything together.
Yeah, she is really the main character.
She really is, and she probably gets the least amount of screen time too, which I think they do really well with.
Yeah.
But That really puts in a twist I didn't expect. That was dope.
It was well written. It's like she's the main character, but she's not the father. But then,
because he's eyes on him like the whole time, and it's going from his like perspective of the missions and shit. But no, it's actually great. So that's lit. Anything else? Have we seen anything else? Anime?
I mean, the anime I like,
Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
She likes Promised Neverland, even though she doesn't want to watch it. She doesn't like.
I haven't seen the second season of that. Right now, though, I'm watching this show called To Your Eternity. I recommend it full-hearted.
To Your Eternity.
To Your Eternity.
Summarize it for me. Give me the
it is about this being. I guess he's like a deity. It's put down on the planet Earth, and it's a rock, right? It's like a rock, but like when it touches things, it gains the attributes of the things it touches. So like it starts off on this world as a rock orb, and then a wolf brushes against it, and then it can turn into a wolf.
Oh,
and it's immortal, right? Yeah. So it like over the years, it just like brushes up against things until it finally reaches human consciousness, and then it's immortal. So it's like able to make friends, and things like this over the years. But then there's this evil force, which is kind of like death in the universe.
Oh, okay.
And it gets to it starts talking about souls and spirits and how like souls exist in the body, and this creature is able to like. So
does the rock have a soul, or is that like part of the premise?
That's part of it.
That makes sense.
Part of the premise. It's about his friend. It's very sad. If you thought Promised Neverland was sad, that show is very sad. Because he's just immortal and everybody's dying around him.
Oh, man. It's like a blink of an eye to him. It's like, oh, they were young a second ago. Now they're gone. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say definitely watch it. Their season 2 just started. One of the best ones right now. I have to check that out.
Yeah, I've been working so much, I've been doing more audiobooks.
I have too.
Really?
Yeah.
Audiobooks are clutch.
What are you reading right now?
So... My man's Brandon got me hip to. I've been reading a bunch. Thank you, appreciate you. My list is long. I've used Audible.
Are they like fiction novels or like
a game lit?
Yeah.
Game lit all the way. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. One I really like. I think it's my favorite series. Only series I finished, so that's why it's my favorite. It's called Descent by David Burke.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it.
It's I feel like you would like it. it's pretty fucking wild. It's his Twitch. We can say fucking, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
We be alright. Anyway, it's about basic premise is it's moral support. Type that in. Basic premise is aliens have been abducting humans for centuries to experiment on them to create the strongest race of beings in the universe possible to fight against a cybernetic virus that's been taking over universes for millennia.
Okay.
And
sounds like a plot that I've heard.
It's so many. It's not an anime or anything yet. It's an American writer, but it's a pretty common type plot.
Like terraformers and they like.
That's they put roaches on Mars, and the roaches get evolved. So I don't think they wanted them niggas to be as the plan was the roaches would terraform the Earth. I don't know who the fuck thought of that. Obviously, it went horribly wrong. But theirs is more like. Mana is in every anime ever, right? So they make their own type of mana, and it's like humans generate a special kind of it, right? So they're trying to farm humans to make more of it because it's the only power source that can be generated without anything else having to be sacrificed.
Yeah. Interesting.
I went through.
But then you have to feed humans, keep them alive.
There's an interesting premise to that. It's hectic. I love it. Their home base is the moon. So the whole thing was the moon wasn't actually the moon. It was a fucking secret base station that's been sucking up humans and experiments on them. And then one Brandon got me hip to is called Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson.
Of course.
And that one's really dope. They toss the whole elemental system, and they're basically people that have to ingest metals to use their powers. So they need to eat like iron to make their body harder. They need to literally eat copper to like.
Funny here.
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
My Hero.
Yeah, except they, I mean, it's like a race of people that do that. And then I have a ton of like, what was it? So what? I'm a spider.
Yeah, so I love that one. That
Yeah,
one was really good.
that one. There's a bunch. I have a huge ass playlist on
So you
fucking
read a lot
YouTube.
of a lot of fiction.
Can you call it reading?
Or,
If you
audiobook.
Yeah, listen to. I like calling it reading. It's audiobook. I was
Yeah,
gonna.
I mean, it's a
get to
book. It's the closest thing to. I hate reading. I mean,
reading's hard. Manga. I went through so many.
you know how there's the different learning styles. Some people learn visually. Some people learn like by doing. I'm more of a listening type of learner. So right now I'm doing a lot self-help audiobooks.
Yeah.
So dope. Everyone, mental health, that's important.
That's hella
Go out
important.
there, take care of your mental.
Get a therapist.
Get a therapist. Do what you need to do.
I agree. Oh, moral support. You good? You need a therapist? Yikes! What happened?
So I'm reading this book called 4,000 Weeks, or listening to this book called 4,000 Weeks. It's really good. It's about time management.
Oh, I need that in my life.
Yeah, and it's a different perspective on time management. Time management is usually about how to be productive in the most productive way possible. But this is more about like how to not dive into productivity and to actually cherish the moments of your life.
Oh, that's what.
So it's more like time management in a more humane way.
Okay.
Not really like be as productive.
Yeah,
as
don't sleep.
System.
Only sleep for 5 hours.
Yeah, it's a really good book. I recommend it.
I'm gonna check that out. It's on YouTube. What's that on?
I mean, I haven't. I read stuff on Apple Books or whatever.
Apple, damn.
You need. Yeah.
We can work that in. We just chilling. You wanted to do the whole. We just chilling right now. We can do the anime. We can do. We gonna do this more than once.
So So other than that, what do you want to talk about? I mean,
so you asked
on
me.
the cast.
Yeah, I think some moral support mentioned we should talk about what we into. So you mentioned I'm in game development now, and I was trying to get into that forever. Maybe like second year college. Shout out to my man's Cameron. He actually worked on Hogwarts Legacy recently.
Hogwarts, Call of Duty, he's been doing this.
And Call of Duty, he did Rage. He's been popping the fuck. It's so dope seeing like somebody. I was literally trying to make games with him in college, and we was doing stuff. But seeing where he's at now, that's dope as fuck. So I just landed my first position. I'm under hella NDAs, but I'm really happy for this. There's a lot of people that I like giving me advice, like whether it's interviews or that like higher up would tell me like you might get a project you don't like, a type of game that you fucking hate. I love what I'm working on. We get to play test it and play it, and it's type of joke like we would have played back in the day for a little bit, like side scrolling RPG style, beat 'em up. They trying to do a lot of stuff. They got a lot of cool people working on it. So I've been so happy working with that.
Speaking of games, did you see that they were coming out with the new Street Fighter?
Yeah, I'm hyped for that, man. I got they just came out with a little Street Fighter mobile game, Street Fighter Duel.
I've never played that Street Fighter Duel. What's that about?
It's a little, them little mobile play idle games. It's not an actual Street Fighter. You don't actually have to press any buttons. Auto battles for you.
Well, that's terrible.
But you get to see the characters.
Not everything needs to be. Just because you can doesn't mean.
Just because you can. It's made by Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll LLC. Crunchyroll Games. Yeah, they making Street Fighter games. So I was like, let me try it out. See what's up. I was hoping you could actually, because what was it? The funnest mobile fighting game that I've played is Marvel Champions.
I remember you were really into that.
Marvel Champions, though, they got the arcade machines at Dave and Buster's, and me and Moral Support would be going in trying to. We got a bunch of those little character cards. Nothing super complex, but being able to play as different characters and you actually using fighting game stuff.
It's crazy. I've just never been able to get into phone games.
I feel you, but I see why it's blown up because they're super convenient.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to buy a console, you don't have to buy a system.
It's just everybody got a phone. It's one little app on your junk, but there's something that is that you don't get like sitting down and booting up your console. Like that feeling does not get with the mobile game at all. There's too many other stuff you don't get that. Like when I've been playing For Honor. Shout out to my videos on For Honor. I'm gonna throw that link in the anyway. But being able to sit down and play again is like I see why I like this so much. Like I wish.
There's a level of immersion that you just don't get on.
It's just let me like get into whatever. Let me get into the world. Like that's why people love it. Just like hopping into the world and doing that.
Yeah.
But
that's why I've never really gotten to phone games. For me, it's more so been just I want to sit down and really relax, not half play a game. I want to like fully play a game. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And mobile games don't really allow me to like fully.
You can't.
Into a game.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Even some of them, like they got a Genshin Impact on the phone and all that. Like it's nowhere near having your whole computer screen up there. And
even like the Switch, I don't like play that out. When I'm out in life, I like engage with the world.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Honestly,
yeah, really like playing a game half-assed and then also kind of half-assed in the world.
Yeah, no.
I'm one or the other. You know,
it's good for travel, like on a plane or some shit.
No,
like,
it's very good for that.
That's when it's the most clutch because it's paying like some stupid thing to watch airplane movies. Like,
I'm not trying to play a whole campaign portable anymore. Yeah,
nah, it's good.
When I was
for
10
things.
and I had a DS or a Game Boy, you know,
Yeah, even that you only really played at home for real.
Yeah.
But hey, nah, I feel you.
Yeah, but when they had that adapter to the Cube where I could like play my advanced game on the TV, then I was doing that.
Yeah,
like I wasn't even like on the handheld like that.
Nah, it's always better when you can tune in.
Yeah.
I really want to get into VR games.
Yeah,
You've been on that shit for a minute.
I mean, I did it for a little bit. And I got rid of them because it just wasn't where it needed to be yet.
Yeah, but now I feel like we was in North Carolina. Diego let me try out his Oculus. I like that shit a lot. Just the types of games and some of them are multiplayer now and shit like that.
I was actually about to get the one for PS5. Everyone's been giving it such great reviews.
Really?
That PS5 VR 2, they're saying is compatible or comparable to the high-end VRs. Like on the PC. And I'm like, all right. The only problem is it costs more than the PS5.
Oh, that's not a catch. It was good tech, but damn.
So I'm like, for $550, why is it an adapter for a console that's $500? This shit is $550.
It's basically a console. I mean, so the Oculus is like a console in itself, right? That's why I like that because it's like the cheapest one right now is like $300 and it's like good still. But I guess for the PS5, you really try to push this.
That one's 4K resolution on the PS5, so it's a 4K headset. I mean, you got the whole PlayStation library games that's going to be comparable, or apparently, and they have a bunch of dedicated games already to it.
How many games are they talking? Because you say
I think it launched this month, so they said right now there's a good 25, I think. But then by the end of the year, there's PlayStation said there should be 100.
I feel like when it gets to the point where like as many people are playing VR like Call of Duty, like as they are just regular, like it's gonna be that's a new evolution for Call of Duty for overall.
I just don't think we've ever gotten that whole. I still want to play with the controller. Like the Wii the Wii tried to do the whole moving your body thing, and it just didn't catch on.
You think having the headset on will be any different? I feel like that's a whole new level of immersion.
Nah. Like even on VR, when I would play, there's just that you have to be seated most of the time. If you are standing, you only have a certain range of motion you can do. It still reminds you that you're not in the game. You know, I think it's really great though for racing games.
Really, racing games?
Yeah, like sitting in the car, and if you buy that steering wheel,
that's whole setup,
and you can use your rear view and your side view mirrors.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. Like stationary games like that, great. Beat Saber, amazing.
Beat Saber, yeah.
Things like that. But to actually like play a shooter, no, you're not dodge rolling, you're not jumping.
No, you're not.
You're not vaulting over walls.
Man,
you're sitting in a chair playing.
That's fair. That's fair. We're gonna see. I'm excited for it because if you can start doing, because arcade machines now. You been to Party HQ, right?
Nah, I've only been there like once.
Once you tried their VR setup thing.
No,
We're gonna have to
But
go.
that's
pop
also
that up.
a whole dedicated.
That's a whole
like,
dedicated rig, right?
Yeah.
They have a whole.
Yeah.
That's not just a
Home
room
VR
setup.
systems
Yeah,
aren't-
no,
aren't
that
heavy.
one's hectic. But that's the type of Jones I'm like. Those are because they just got one somewhere in Maryland. They just got a VR center where it's they doing zombies. I think they got zombies and they like a pirate ship one where you literally strap on. You got the helmet. You got the pads that give like haptic feedback. You get your rifle and you can literally like run around and you got 4 people in there running around shooting the shit. Like I feel like that's just another level of immersion.
No. Like when I did have my VR, my favorite game on it was like Resident Evil. Like that in VR was like one of the best. I think that's another thing. That's
Horror
horror
is gonna be wild
because you can't just take off. You can't look away from the screen.
You turn, it's still there. It's still there.
It's still there. It's still there.
Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Layer. So I think horror and racing games for the current VR tech. But I don't think shooters are there yet. I don't think RPGs are there yet.
RPGs, nah, they can't be. They got that little like we played the one in Dave and Buster's that has Star Wars, so you get to use the Force powers and stuff. But it's like an arcade game. But even like that, like they're not gonna get to what's the new Jedi game? They're not gonna get to that level.
But it would be cool to be in the X-Wing, like a pilot game, flying
that'd be dope.
simulators, things like that. Great.
Shout out to Armored Core. They about to bring back Armored Core. Did you ever play Armored Core?
Yeah,
I feel like that was the mech game that you weren't into, which is crazy to me because I fucking loved Armored Core.
I liked it. I had it on the PSP. That was probably my favorite one. PSP Armored Core. Other than that, nah. I was more of a Gundam person in the Gundam games. Even I hate the new Gundam games now. Like,
yeah, for real.
They have this one that's free on the PlayStation.
Is it just regular fighting like style?
It's like a fighting style.
Just like Naruto style.
You pick a character.
Oh, okay.
But I liked going on missions. I like having objectives, things like that.
It's funny. I could never get into Gundam like you did. I was into Zoids. I got into Armored Core. I think those were only 2 for real. Wait, there was one other I can't remember. I fucking love Zoids.
Yeah.
Did you ever fuck with Zoids?
I mean, I like the show. Yeah.
The show was a joke. I played the fuck out of it. They had one Zoid game for like maybe PlayStation.
Yeah, I never played a Zoids game a day in my life.
Oh man, I fucking love those. Zoids was the fucking shit. Damn.
Yeah. No, I never played a Zoids game, but Gundam games were it. There's other new game that I was gonna get, Sakura Wars. It looks pretty dope. It's like a hack and slash.
That sounds so familiar. Is it
mecha game?
Is it a mecha game? I remember seeing. I saw a trailer for that recently. I think.
Pretty dope.
What's it for?
PS4, PS5.
It's just.
Yeah.
Shit, it is 5 now. Goddamn, I haven't.
You need to upgrade, man.
I feel like I would get one, and my daughter's just gonna somehow just absorb that.
So how is it trying to be a dad and a gamer? You know, dad, gamer, game developer. How is that all working out in life, man?
That's a great question, man. The first thing I got her was one of them. You really gonna? I guess you got. We're using your phone. Sorry, I had to tune into moral support real quick. Being a dad and gamer has been fun for me because my partner is a teacher, so she taught previously kids in the age group that my daughter is now. So that's been really good, just learning how to handle a toddler, because toddler is always the worst stage when they talk about
terrible twos, right?
Yeah, she's in there. Yeah. It hasn't been that terrible. She throws tantrums and stuff like that, but it has not been the worst thing.
Did she get into the mine phase yet? Like everything's hers, mine.
She's dabbled.
Okay.
She's dabbled. She would snatch something from me sometimes,
okay.
And she can get away with it, kind of, sort of. But it's been fun, man. I got little baby games on my phone now just to see her. She's always solving little like puzzles and all that at 2 years old. This is dope. I can't wait till I can actually get her playing something. Like when I can get her to have her own little Pokemon team.
So as you've seen, we've grown up in the whole tech, the creation of the video game and tech phase.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you also going to want to subject your daughter to that kind of environment?
It seems so bad.
I mean, like right now, for real, you see kids nowadays that are like so invested. And I feel like they're starting to get a little disconnected from the real world. kids
And
now
that's
are
coming
like,
from Disconnected,
yeah,
too.
right,
Like,
right.
that's
They're kind of wanting to not
just tune into video
and
games only.
streaming and stuff, and they're not into like real life.
Yeah, I feel like we were the generation that were playing outside and the internet came in. That overlap was there, right?
Yeah.
So I really want to get into, like, I've been trying to like skate and I've been taking her outside and like jump around and all that. So I feel like hitting that medium where, I mean, exactly like you say, like when you in the house and you ain't got nothing else going on for real, just tuning into a game. It's like, I mean, damn near like educational sometimes. You learn stuff from playing video games, at least how to think, at least how to move, like maybe like hand-eye coordination, little things, right? It's not like you can be a savant from just gaming, but it's like little things that can benefit you, right? Even if it's a little bit. So I feel like hitting that balance between we're going to go outside today. It's nice. It's 60 degrees. We're going to go outside. We're going to have fun. We can get on some skates.
I never see kids at the playgrounds no more. They don't go out and just like play kickball. It's crazy.
No.
This is not a thing anymore.
No, we walk around the neighborhood. In our neighborhood, don't not nary a child.
And you literally can go up to like any kid now and ask what they want to be when they grow up. They want to be a influencer. They want to be like we were like astronauts, doctors, lawyers.
I mean, it's like the celebrity that everybody can become. It's like when you make being a celebrity, when you make it easy, right? It's like, and when you think about it, it's like having a few thousand people want to pay you for whatever you're doing is what every business owner does, right? It's like if every successful business person just has people buying their clothes, buying their stuff, influencers, they are a marketer. We're in capitalism. That's right. So when you are a professional marketer, even if it's yourself, your products, whatever, you can succeed financially and maybe selling something or at least getting people to look at something. I think at least from that perspective, it makes sense. But they have to be doing something. You can't just be like...
I mean, I think no matter what, you have to have a skill.
You do. Absolutely.
And being an influencer.
That is hard. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not necessarily a skill that you have.
No.
I don't think that you can like train to
no. Nah.
It's definitely about you gotta do clout. I think you gotta be. You have
What's up?
I think that you can be trained in it because it's just learning about what people want. That's all it is. It's just like being.
So you're selling yourself out to get people what they want. You're literally selling yourself to like.
I mean, it also could be what people want is the thing that you're also interested in.
Well, I guess everyone sells themselves in some way.
In some way,
You sell yourself to your job.
physically, time, effort, and whatever. But I think I see what you
it's
mean.
highly dependent on a little luck and the hard work. It's just like you kind of have to have the right circumstances, be in the right place, right time, with the right audience. Like not anybody can just work hard and be guaranteed to be a successful influencer.
No.
But you can work hard and be a good engineer. You can work hard and be a good lawyer.
Just like with that though, you some might not be like how many engineers' names do you know?
It doesn't matter. They're all
Right.
making a lot.
But like how many influencer names do you know? It's like
I don't know a lot.
That's fair. I don't either. But I feel like I feel like that's everything. Where it's like I rollerblade, right? And I see a bunch of rollerbladers, and there's only so many that will be known for rollerblading. You know, same thing for Instagram. Same thing for selling cars, making computers, video games, like everything. There's gonna be people that just, hit that high note. And I'm not saying they should be influencers, don't get me wrong, I don't think. But I think having an online presence, especially in the age where, like, it can benefit you. Yeah, I think one thing I wish I knew in school was that, especially in college, right, is that if you shared the stuff you did, you especially if you're going into your field, right, you're like, I got an A on a term paper. It's not illegal for you to share your good grades or work, right? Especially from school that you did. And if you had a list since you entered in freshman year of college of, hey, these are all the papers I got about this subject that I'm job interviewing for that has a 90, 80, even if it's not good, right? Even if I got a D on it, but eventually when I'm a senior, I'm getting A's on my papers. That is your work. It's your literal resume, right?
Yeah.
But school never said, hey, keep that and show it to your employer to show that accredited professor said what you did is good, right?
Yeah.
Never. And I feel like that is what people are doing with like Instagram now when they're sharing like all of their successes, right? Even if it's little stuff. And so a lot of people aren't doing it.
I definitely see what you're saying. It's definitely like a window to who you are as a person.
Exactly, and that's what I mean. Companies are going to look into your Instagram and all that shit now,
which is kind of also the terrible thing.
It's bad. It's good and bad, right? You need to have something where it's like, if you're doing stuff you don't want them to see, they don't even see that. But if you're doing stuff you did, like if every game thing I did in gaming classes, I like when the thing I kicked myself the most, like I didn't save a video, a picture of every single project I did when I was at AACC, right? And they're like, so did you do this? Like, yeah, I did a game jam, but I don't have it. Like, I don't have the files. I didn't, old computer or whatever. I don't have it. And that was one thing I was like, man, if school just said save this shit, because it could, especially if you're going into a field that whatever your major is, everything for your major, if you hear this, you should save that shit.
Yeah, but sometimes the experiences are special because they were reserved for just you.
Yeah, but work. So, I feel like graded work is something you should share.
Graded work is something you should share. But
yeah,
those moments are things for you. Made you who you are today. Not everyone else gets to experience that.
Definitely.
So reserved for you.
Yeah.
So that's how I always try to put a positive spin on things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So some stuff, just for you. My time in. How did you enjoy your college experience?
I didn't. I didn't. I mean, it has good points.
Yeah.
I enjoy being an adult.
An adult's nice. I feel that.
Like,
yeah.
There's one thing I think, like, as a guy, a black man in America, college is great, but number one, it's hella expensive.
It is.
It's
shit is.
Not everyone's able and afford it to just go to college.
Debt is ass.
Yeah,
it sucks.
And then being broke in college, it's not a good look for you.
No,
especially when you're trying to date and talk to girls. Being a broke college student is not the move.
No,
trying to go out to a club and buying a drink, and I used to go into club. We used to go into clubs.
We used to go to clubs.
We would talk to the girls, and then the 30-year-old guy would come in, and he would buy them drinks, and then pull them away from us. And I was like, man, why can't I be that guy? And now I'm that guy.
After college, that guy probably had to go through the same shit.
Yeah, he did. And that's what I'm saying. That I don't think that guy was like, this is my pride joy moment either.
Yeah, like, it's definitely, you definitely have to grow during college.
You reap the benefits. So I spent most of my time in college grinding head down, doing what I had to do. And
respectable.
Now that I'm out, I get to enjoy the benefits of it. But would I say that's a thing I would really enjoy? It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was an experience that I'm glad I experienced.
Glad it's over. I agree. My parents would push me to go to college so hard. I did not want to go. Yeah. That's why I went to AACC first. I was like, I just want to go into the gaming industry. I just want to go because I saw people doing it. You know what I mean?
So do you think it was a benefit for you to go?
The experience, I agree with what you said. The experience was not something I feel like I would give up. But I would have liked to be. I mean, because if I went straight into work, I mean, what would I be doing? Probably making AAA games. I don't think about that. Anyway.
Do you think it benefited you?
I think
college was a benefit to your career growth, or do you think you would have been in the same
with
spot
school debt? I would say no. just off that dollar sign amount, I would say no. But my experience, I met some awesome people. I had fun having to navigate trying to have fun and being broke. I think could have been avoided if I just wasn't in college and being broke. But that was interesting, and I
don't know if I would if I had kids I would like push college.
I wouldn't, especially not if it keeps going up in cost. Like imagining if it stays at the rate it is now. Like my parents had maybe like I want to say like they didn't have more than like $20,000 worth of college debt, and this is like 20 years before they had me. So in the 1990s,
yeah,
it was still that much.
Yeah,
And for me, mine is triple that almost.
I mean, especially if you're living on campus. I never lived on campus.
I lived on campus.
Yeah, so I just
you cut some of that cost, but still, that shit is not like.
So like,
have you paid off yours yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
It can definitely be under $20,000, but going away full experience, no, that shit's like $10,000 a semester.
Yeah. It's so I would have done that differently, but we pushing through
it. No facts. I just don't think it was worth it.
No,
I don't think it's worth it. I think that right now you're starting to see that we're having an oversaturated market of people
now with degrees. Yep.
And now there's always, I've always thought that college was kind of just a barrier for the rich to keep their kids in, to say that my kid had a one-up on your kid.
Yeah.
And now that we're making college like free or cheaper and all these programs allow everybody to get into it, they're just going to add another layer.
Exactly.
And now that layer is very expensive certifications.
On top of it, yep. So now you need a degree and certification. So you need to keep.
Yeah, and as long as we keep allowing, like, the rich are always going to find some way to make their kid more.
Yep. Give them. Yep.
And
no, I would whatever she wants to do. I have resolved myself. I'm gonna fully support. You know what I mean? Because it's like now that we are in the age we're in, it's not slowing down at all. It's like whatever you do, you can make a living off of it. You can be successful in it. You can even be popular in it. Like there's a fucking ant grower YouTube channel because I watched that one ant audiobook and then I got started getting ant channels. So and this is so crazy to me. He's a Canadian dude who's been growing ants since he was like 14. He built a house in Canada. It's like I think 12 or 14 acres of land just so he can make a giant ant house. And his goal is to literally have people just come in that also just either want to see an ant museum, because there's not a lot of those.
That's a very niche.
Exactly, right? Different species, and there's going to be different local species. Yeah. And all that just off of a niche hobby that...
I don't love anything that much.
So it's like anything you want to do, literally, if you just have the right mindset behind it, you can be successful in it and do whatever you want. So it's like whatever she wants to do, I'm a fully support.
So I think your moral support, she wanted us to do some reactions or something.
She just had the anime on the screen for a minute.
She typed it up there. And,
so we'll check in. How long have we been going? Well, please hold on. We need to pause that real quick.
I need a what?
So let me just pop up. We want to make this a little bit bigger so that people can actually see what's going on. And hopefully in a way that doesn't cut off our faces. I think you had it in a good spot. Okay. So we're gonna full screen this.
I don't even know what this is.
You haven't never seen this one? So these are top anime badass moments. It's a TikTok compilation.
TikTok.
So this is a reincarnation one. Mukusho Tenshi. It's like an old Hikikomori who died in his apartment and got reincarnated as a baby in this world with like magic and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I actually like this one a lot.
Got some sick dances.
Yeah, I wonder why this is one of the badass moments. I think they only dance in this scene. Nothing else happened.
Is this one of the gender swap ones? Or?
No, it was a boy.
Okay. Now we're in Naruto.
Are these only openings? What did you pick for us? Did you look at this?
Okay, this is
too
mashed up.
I think they're dropping in the Naruto intro. Is this a badass anime moment?
I don't see anything badass. It's like a music video.
Skip. Maybe this is... No. It skips it further in the video. Okay, they start doing fights. This is this Baki? Yeah. Okay.
I always hate the movies they're all the most.
It's funny because some people just love the fuck out of... I mean, just like how women are overly... Not even sexualized, but their bodies just aren't realistic. Baki does the same shit, but just with... freakishly muscular ass fucking dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Baki is really great. We're really adding to Baki.
I feel that. I've watched some large number of it. This is
This was
Black
my shit.
Clover,
Like,
yeah.
Black Clover, definitely one of the best animes of the year.
Yeah, seeing Yuno's glow up, not Yuno, Asta's glow up has been done. Have you been keeping up with what's been going on?
Yeah, I've watched the whole show. And the movie's about to come out.
Movie? Did the movie catch up, or is it any different than the manga by any chance?
I don't know. I think the movie covers the Spade Kingdom fight.
Okay, so it's still pretty behind. That I'm proud of Black Clover. They actually popped off. Platinum End. I've never seen this. Oh, you watched it?
Yeah,
Okay.
It was like very Death Note. It's about this guy who is about to commit suicide, and he comes down, saves him, and then gives him these powers, and they have to compete, and whoever wins becomes God. Kind of like a mixture of what's that show with Casa, you know?
With the cell phones.
Yeah, kind of like Future Diary.
Yeah, there it is.
That kind of mix.
Gotcha. That's dope. I had to check that out. Tokyo Ghoul. This is the second season.
Oh yeah, I completely stopped the show after.
It was so sad how it fell off after the
That
first
third season was garbage. Everything was garbage after the first season.
It is so sad because I like the concept.
Such a cool concept.
Yeah, it was like Soul Leader-ish, but a little bit more. I mean, ghoulish, literally, with the whole Laura ghouls. Oh, drop the merch in the middle of the video. That is some decent advertisement. How long does that go on? You got one more slide. Okay, you got it. It's an hour and we can't do this for a whole hour, but. Yeah. Oh, this was an actual skateboarding anime.
No,
Have you seen
anime,
this?
No, but they can make anime about anything.
Yeah.
Make it 10 times better.
I wanted to watch this just to see, like, I didn't know if this was one scene or this is the whole joke because he has the skateboard literally like duct taped to his feet. But there hasn't been a good skating anime like since Air Gear. Which is crazy because everything else, sports of all types and all types of shit.
So was Air Gear a big role in
Air Gear
what
was
made you want to skate?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was a big impact?
I was skating around my neighborhood at 16 because of Air Gear. I had my rollers. I was skating around my neighborhood at night because I didn't want anybody to see me. Like, basically, I didn't go to parks or anything. I didn't know it was sport. People just did. Because it was so unpopular at the time. But no, Air Gear was freaking huge. And then looking back on it, it was so fucking lit. Like some of their fights and some of their scenes and some of their art.
The
regalias, their fucking concepts. I can talk about Air Gear, but Air Gear was amazing. And I wish the anime would come back. But that shit, that inspired the fuck out of me.
It's crazy just watching all these and just seeing how anime has evolved. Like, it went from that 80s kind of really bright art style to this throwaway cute period of anime where everyone was really cute, big titty kind of look, I guess. And then now it's just slowly changing the art style.
Yeah.
The art style's going next.
I'm worried. I think that's funny because before the 3D shit came out and failed, I would have said it might be more 3D just because it's so much easier for animators. And they might try to do 3D on top of maybe more hand-drawn stuff, kind of like how video games are.
Yeah.
Like Blaze Blue and the Honkai Third or whatever that one is. They use 3D animations, but it's drawn so well you can't tell it's 3D. That's what I would have thought, but with like what One Piece just did with their most recent episodes, and like Demon Slayer, what they've done.
See, and I think this is a good way to show how it's going to go. I think that it's going to get blander. I think we used to be very detailed with our art styles, but like even when you watch like Boruto now, like it's very like just paper cutty kind of art style to me. It's not as detailed with the sketch look. It's very like.
They save a lot of that
colors.
for like fights now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how the animations, because they still got budgets they gotta buy too. So it's like for like regular stuff that we don't gotta worry about, like making sure this is intense, like A and B moments. We're not gonna put that much effort into. But when
This is that Moe period. Big eye. This was my show, man.
Yeah, really?
Ranking of Kings was one of the best animes of last year.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I have only seen clips, but I feel like
You
I've
have
seen
to,
enough clips
to watch the whole show.
Really?
It was such a good show.
Cause I've saw the clips of him like going from like learning how to fight and then like fighting the fucking like giant and stuff like that.
No, like plot wise alone, it has like a great ass.
That's dope. I gotta check that out. That's on Crunchyroll's top list too.
Yeah, like
Check that joint out.
Well written characters are really fleshed out. Each character has a very distinct personality.
Really? Okay. Are there any good characters other than little?
Yeah, pretty much every character,
Really?
and they go into every character's kind of like.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
dope.
only like 24 episodes, so you know.
Really?
It's like,
Okay, it's quick, good. Got you. One Piece came out of nowhere. I love it. It's kind of a superhero parody that somehow is still just like good. You know, like my Marvel like, comic shit. So seeing because I've been keeping up with One Piece manga.
I guess I gotta read the manga, but for me, I think there's a problem with the show. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I would swear about One Piece, whatever. If you cannot conduce your story.
But how else do you have epics, right? How else do you have like?
I agree. Maybe One Piece would be better after they complete it.
And they summarize it. Yeah, they can throw it into a movie instead of maybe like a 4-part movie instead of.
1,000 episodes.
That's fair.
I'm not sure if I can say your storytelling.
That's fair. I agree. I agree. Even One Piece has had like time skips where they're like, we need to summarize this shit.
There are parts in that show that they could have done with that.
I agree. There's hella filler. There's hella filler, no doubt. You checking on our soundboard? What do you think? Is it good? Okay.
Yeah, well, what was this? Oh, this is another One Punch Man.
One Punch, and the thing I like is that they still try to flesh out the other characters. One Punch Man only been going on for like, oh shit, has it been like 6 years? Yeah, how old?
Yeah, yo.
I am. Man, this shit is this shit is flying by. Are you you gonna up the volume on one or both of us? Do you know which one it is? You want the YouTube channel?
Okay, actually, I can just go in
It's
here.
that desktop audio one. Yeah, I think that's it. That was too loud. Okay.
So I mean, I know we just got on this podcast and we just started like talking.
Yeah.
But like going forward, what do you think we should like? Are some cool ideas to talk about?
What do you? So I'm fine talk. So anything for real. We're adults now, and I feel like
Are we really?
I like to think I am sometimes. Sometimes I worry.
Because I am too.
I feel like not super into political shit, but I've learned that policy is just how the world works.
Yeah.
And it's not just like being.
You can't just ignore it.
You can't, yeah, especially with like the shit people talking about in the schools and all that. So definitely want to touch on politics. That's cool with you. I know you work in the government. I don't know how much of that you can or can't talk about.
Yeah, I'm around it all day. I really
just don't want to hear about it.
So for me personally, I would prefer to talk about like, gaming and because I feel like every day we're all living in this world where it's showing nothing but sad, depressing shit.
Yeah,
all day, all the time.
That's fair.
On the news and
I feel that.
just in your daily life, and then as you know, social media's algorithm is to show you the most controversial,
just the worst shit.
Topics,
yeah,
things that'll make you upset, or like and trigger you to keep watching more videos.
Yeah.
So I would like to be like a refreshing.
Yeah, we gonna be black. We're gonna be blurred joy, blurred cool shit. I like that.
Yeah.
Keeping it light, keeping it fun. I want this to be fun. I want to have fun doing it. I want more people to come in. We just have a good time laughing about whatever the fuck.
I'm not saying that no serious topics come up.
Yeah.
Just can't, like, talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like to focus on the good, and I think anime does a good job. I just wish we did have more representation in anime.
Yeah, there's that's true. My whole thing about that was the whole like black representation in anime is like I don't think I want Japanese people to put more black people in anime.
Exactly. That's the problem. Is it really anime if black people are making it?
Yeah. And if with the word anime, if it just means like animation and it's
But I
art
think
style,
anime is like reserved for Japanese animation. Kind of like how we have like manga is like for
Japanese cartoons, but that's their word for it. They be comics they're in the same section in the bookstore.
But we call like Korean ones like manhwa.
They call it manhwa. It's their word for it.
Okay, they call it manhwa. We call it manhwa.
Well, that's the
Japanese people might call it manhwa. I don't know if they call it manhwa.
They might, they probably do because you're just using the right term. That's fair. That's fair.
So I'm not sure if anime would be. We have cartoons in America.
They call them cartoons, yeah. Boondocks, even though it's in a more anime-y art style, right?
Is it technically still a
Is
cartoon?
it still a cartoon, right? I think I don't remember what the word manga stands for, but I'm pretty sure it means the same thing that comic does. That's been my whole thing about it because I do all of them. I read comics, I read mangas, I read manhwas. There's some great manhwas.
Marvel fans.
Yeah, I got an X-Men tattoo on my chest. I love that shit. So for me, it's like the word anime is their word for animation. So if black people make it and it's the same kind of, even if it's a different art style, like I think, Afro Samurai is an anime, right? Who made that? I'm forgetting. Samuel Jackson
Did the voice, yeah.
did the voice, but who drew it? Was it a Japanese animation studio? Wow.
To me, it doesn't matter as long as it looks cool and it's badass.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's like Afro Samurai is definitely an anime.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an anime. They had anime tropes. He was in Japan. I feel like a Japanese studio did that. just saying it out loud. But
Yeah, probably. I feel like it.
but it's like it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be a thing where as making this stuff comes easier. What was the one that came on Netflix? Do you remember? There's a literally black owned anime.
The one with Jaden Smith in it.
No, I loved that one though. Neo Tokyo was amazing. It was bad in all the ways that made it great. Because I don't think he was being serious. He has one fucking line.
Talking about the one Sasuke. What was it? The ninja one with the sword. The black guy.
Black guy. He has numbers on him. No, Yasuke was another one. But yeah, I was talking about the one with the numbers on it. Because that was a Netflix original.
Like the Buster one.
But Can Buster?
Or something?
That might be a different one. I loved Neo Tokyo. Neo Tokyo, I would call a cartoon though. It definitely had anime vibes. I mean, it's called Neo Tokyo. It was Neo Yokio? It was Neo Yokio. I don't remember. I fucking loved it. It was stupid. He was a fucking exorcist in futuristic Tokyo that like got flooded and shit. All of his attack callouts would just be random dumb shit. It was fun. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I love Jaden Smith for making it, and I love that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was fun.
So out of this, you're expecting to just kind of like just talk about.
It'd be a fun thing. Like maybe sometimes, I've been wanting to start a fucking arcade for a while, and one thing I liked about where I worked in Seattle, I worked for that arcade for like 4 months before it went down. They were streaming tournaments in there. They would have like weekly streams, and it would just be people, either the tournaments or just to have something out there for people to see. So I just want to start and if like you said, if we have something serious to talk about, but also just like spreading that black joy. I see so many people, so many niggas, and I love it. Just talk about anime and talk about anime theories and like animes they loved and shit. Like,
so I know they're about to start up the summer or spring anime season.
Yeah.
Maybe we should like pick out some.
We can review
Pick out
talk
an
about
anime
that.
and like go down and give our opinions.
I like that. We can do that.
We could do that.
Hell
That'd be
yeah.
a cool one. I've been trying to get back more into gaming.
We could have gaming sessions, man. I feel like that'd be dope. Say pop in. I don't know what multiplayer is up.
Destiny
2, the new one,
Yeah,
Lightfall.
Yeah,
I'm so surprised I know that.
It was really dope.
You like it?
The campaign
That's
it
dope.
started off really dope. Yeah, I'm trying to get back. I've always been shooters. I like RPGs.
I like shooters.
I like RPGs, but I want to be immersed and shooters are
Shooters do
so
that.
reactionary.
They do
I don't
that.
think at all.
Yeah. Only focus. Nah, I haven't had a good So not shooters, but that's where fighting games is for me.
Well,
Cause
For Honor does a good job at also getting you like.
yeah, you
Focus.
gotta be in there. You distracted for a second, you get your head cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when that game first came out,
Mhm.
and we were both just like, "Yo."
I love that whole concept. It got me into throwing around swords in my garage again. So
yeah.
we're gonna go through the motions with that. Yeah, man, we can have game nights. I like that. We can stream the game nights, just chill, have fun, get back into.
Yeah, I've never gotten into all the battle royales like they have.
You haven't.
I didn't get into Apex.
You didn't like Warzone?
I actually liked Warzone.
Okay, Warzone was one of them I would have thought you'd like.
Yeah, but that's just because it's Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty, but they did it. I fucking love what Fortnite is doing because
They're making the multiverse.
the multiverse in a video game. So I love what they're doing. We played it a little bit in college, but I never loved Fortnite. I love everything they're trying to do with it. It is dope. I like what they're doing a lot. So
No, I do too. I appreciate the concept.
mhm.
I just don't like.
You think if they had a first person view, you would like it more?
No, I just don't like the building.
Yeah, I feel they have a version where that's not even in there.
Yeah, but then like, is it really? It's still
Fortnite, yeah. No, we're gonna have a Fortnite game session. It's all good.
We're
That's in the works. That's in the works. We gonna do that.
You might convert me.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get a gaming set up. We can have some game. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna set that up.
Okay.
That's gonna be dope. So yeah,
Just
that's
cut the bullet in half. That was dope. Yeah, I'm looking for a new shooter to play a new game. I feel like games
can
have been
find
slacking.
it's hard. This industry is crowded as
Yeah,
fuck.
I just think that COVID really just put a damper.
That's
on-
true. Everybody's working from home, and can you imagine working on a project and everybody's from home? It's not easy.
Everything kind of like all games
Mhm.
just kind of went on a hiatus.
They had to. Yep, they had to
And then, like, a lot
reconfigure.
of them just kind of like fell out. They were probably in production.
Mhm. Yeah.
A lot of companies probably just
Mhm.
collapsed, and now there's this gaping hole of like no games.
Yeah, that's true.
For like a couple years
Mhm.
post COVID. I hope they get back into it.
It has to. There's so much technology to help with all that. It's definitely in the next like 4 years is gonna be.
It's a classic fight right here.
Oh yeah, Rock Lee versus motherfucking Bo.
Kimaru?
Yeah, I thought his concept was dope. They straight jacked Mero from X-Men, but this was one of the dopest. The first time, like maybe like the second time Lee actually fights somebody other than his Gara one.
Yeah, this
So
is
he
the
actually
first
got
time. This is right after Gara. After Gara broke his legs or whatever.
Yeah, and he just got back up after being
Yeah.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets lit.
And I think he got drunk because he was the medicine to heal.
Yeah, he accidentally got mixed up. It was sake. Nah, that shit was dope. Fucking. This is why I love One Punch Man. Because they have this random fucking dog
Dog
character.
hero.
And he beats the fuck out of Gara. For no reason.
Yeah, One Punch Man is actually.
That dude is gonna be for some reason like as strong as Saitama for no fucking reason.
So they had that whole One Punch Man versus like Goku. And I keep trying to tell everyone that Saitama will whoop Goku.
Yo, Saitama will beat the brakes off.
Because he's literally a parody character.
He's a parody. He's like some people are just written different, and that's just the way it goes. Like, yo, Jesus can't throw hands with any fucking anime character, and that's just how he's written, right? It's not his fault. Like, so no, this nigga Saitama literally, like, you know how they do the table flip? He table flipped the fucking planet. He destroyed, what was it? I think it was one of Saturn's moons in like a recent fight by sticking his hand in the ground and flipping it. Goku's getting rocked. Goku's dope and all, but no, that's not happening.
The 3D animation style. It's so cringe.
it's they're trying to do better. This doesn't look bad.
This is platinum ending.
Yeah. Okay. So that I couldn't even tell in the first clip that they did the 3D, but it looked like they're trying to do better with like one thing that I think killed Berserk was that fucking the 3D movies they was doing because it just looks so bad. It had no budget behind it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to do this again. You free next Saturday?
Yeah, we can do this midday next Saturday.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can both like watch a show or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Give our like reviews or maybe like play a game, something.
Yeah, we can alternate whatever we come up with because that'll be dope. All right, so we can get this off the screen so I don't not getting distracted. I don't want to put that. So, and I hope that's been playing the whole time. We didn't freeze halfway in the middle. Yikes. We're on.
No, I'm watching.
You are? Okay, so it just froze over here. That's strange. But we're going to keep rocking. We're just going to get this out the way. And I'm going to reset this for my own sanity. Alrighty. So, this has been, we're on the Quantum Degenerates channel. We may or may not stay here. Real quick, what do you think about the Quantum Degenerates? I tried to start that up in the middle of the pandemic and all that other shit. And what do you think?
What do you mean? Like,
What do you think? We should keep it going? You like the name? How you feel about it? Honest opinion.
I mean, when y'all made the name Quantum Degenerates, that was the you, Brandon, Diego,
Lethal
kind of combination.
Uh-huh.
I never was a part of that. I didn't really like the name, but that was the name y'all picked. So, I mean, that would be up to you.
We could change it later. That's the whole thing. It's like name change ain't nothing these days. It's just a little rebranding.
Yeah. And I do think that you tried that branding. It probably didn't work. It's hard to pick up
a new name.
It's hard to like pick up that what's the word? Momentum.
Mm-hmm.
After the momentum's kind of like settled, and I feel like with Quantum Degenerates, y'all had the momentum. It dropped, it settled. Now you're starting it back up.
Yeah.
I think you should refresh.
Refresh.
Get the momentum.
That means we need a new name. We might keep the channel because we got some stuff on it, but I'm down with the new name. Yeah, I feel like everybody had a little bit of reservations, but everybody just went with it because I said it.
I mean, it's your stuff.
Yeah, that's what it's like. So, but I'm fine with it at this very moment. If a new name comes up, I'm open to changing. Hey, suggestions in the chat. We gonna play with it. Maybe I'll just come up with something. I'm gonna meditate on it. Do some meditation on it. But right now, we're on the Quantum Degenerates channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you watched for the whole time, drop a black fist in the chat or in the comment section. Just say, still drop the black. This is what we're here for. I'm fucking around. Hey, just say what's up in the chat. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna be back and giving more of this, spreading love of anime and everything, blurred culture and above. And have an amazing night.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all later.
Peace.